go. What is good, everybody on YouTube? It is your boy Forrest Ripperton. I fucked up, y'all. I'm gonna start over. What is good, everybody? Welcome to the Forrest Ripperton podcast, where we talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, and we talk to whoever we want to talk about or talk to. Oh shit, I don't know. But yeah, so today we have a special guest. You guys, most of you guys who follow me know who this is. I call him Poetic. You guys might know him as MERCII or MERCII. But yeah, this is my good man's. Y'all already know who this is. Y'all seen us in a bunch of videos together. He be my cameraman sometimes. Then we be in the videos together, all that other shit. We also have a video on his page where we had a conversation as well. But today I asked him to come get on my podcast today because, I mean, why not? Duh, like it's perfect. What's the name? So let them know who you are, what you do, or whatever you want to tell them. Give them your own little introduction and all that shit there. Let them know.
Cool beans. So my name is pronounced MERCII. MERCII. It's French for thank you. Merci, all those things. But what do I do? I'm a creative director. I do freaking consulting. I'm a photographer, graphic designer, all that stuff. I do everything. It is what it is, you know. Yeah. I got 2 hands, 2 thumbs, and I'm ready to work them. Pause.
But yeah, so this low key is like just a conversation. I don't want to like make it like an interview thing where I'm like, sir, where is your social security number type shit, like
337.
Yeah. But yeah, I got a list of like different topics on my thing. Y'all know I got to be prepared for these podcast shit because I'm new to like this type shit. So normally I just wing this shit.
Has the prettiest handwriting I've ever seen.
You know what's the crazy thing is? Every time people see my handwriting, they like my handwriting, but I'm just like,
it's just mad tiny.
I just like, this is my handwriting. I don't know if y'all can see this shit right now because I got the camera turned around, but I don't fucking know.
Small weird fetish I used to have in high school. Nah, fool. So I used to like not want to do too much work in school, like doing tests, whatever. So I used to sit by this one girl, right? And she used to always get A's and shit, right?
A's? But like,
she used to always get A's and B's or whatever.
Oh, A's.
But I used to have a crazy crush on her. It wasn't because I was
because her handwriting.
Because her bro. She had this.
What the fuck? Like he like write me a poem while I fuck you. Like get the fuck.
She did the S or whatever, bro. All right, go ahead. She was. If you out there, because I know you remember me, because I used to be mad creeping on you. You know you can.
But she might not notice you because you got like face tattoo now. So I don't. I don't know if people gonna recognize you now.
I'm a drug dealer now, but that just means I can take care of you better. So just, you know.
So hit his line. Tell her your phone number,
202-637-5587.
Hey, if that's your real number, people are gonna fucking call you.
That's somebody's number. That's a DC number. That's not my number.
And they gonna call that number and be like, is this MERCII? It be like, yo, who the fuck is this? I'll be like, oh no. But yeah, speaking of face tattoos, since we're on that topic right now, you have a face tattoo on your face right now.
I got a face tattoo?
I don't know. Is that real or is that Shopee?
I don't know. I don't want to touch it.
I'm about to say, you didn't even just touch your fucking face tattoo. What the fuck? So
it
is real.
I mean, it's real.
What made you get this face tattoo? Because I know when we was talking about it, you kept asking me like, should you get one? And me personally, I kept telling him like, don't get it. Like, just wait because it's like his first tattoo. Basically.
He kept saying, don't get a tattoo. Period. So
yeah, I was saying he don't need like. Yeah, I know it's certain people out here that you just like. You feel like they don't need tattoos.
But how can you say someone don't need a tattoo?
Because like you don't need like I needed tattoos.
Why?
Like, I don't know. No, because it feel like I've had tattoos so long, I needed them.
So when you got your first tattoo, you needed a tattoo.
I needed it.
Why did you need it?
Because my arm was just like, it was just bland. It was like
my arm is just as bland.
Now. Like it just said it, and then once I got the first one, it was like, oh, you need more now.
Whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So why did you get this face tattoo, sir?
Funny story. Right?
Funny story. Here we
go.
The man with the stories.
So look, right. When I was growing up, I always told myself.
Hey, you know a nigga. Niggas always hit you with the. So when I was growing up, back in my day, neck ass, boy.
But no, dead ass. I don't.
Let me make sure this shit recording. Keep talking though.
But yeah, dead ass. So I can't even tell you why I got it. I just got it. No, you remember when you told me why you got your face tattoo? Right. You was like, "Oh, I just woke up."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm gonna get it."
Yeah.
Right. So when you was like, when you told me it was that Sunday, you was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a tattoo later," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna get my mother's tattoo." I'm gonna
get. This nigga be stuttering like shit all the time. And we leaving this. We leaving that in here too.
I know. Because like my mind be going so fast, so I'm like, all right, I got to see the next word for somebody.
Like words can't catch up with his brain.
If you subscribe to me on my channel, then you know that I be saying like one word and be meaning some other shit, whatever. But
y'all should see this nigga text. Oh my god,
I use the little Siri speech shit.
Cause he'll send you an audio message, bro. Like
if I don't feel like
a whole audio message, be like, yeah, bro, I just didn't feel like texting.
My nigga, who gonna sit there and be like, look, I want you to blah 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 blah, and then type every single fucking like.
I type my shit out because
bro, I dropped out of college for a reason.
Anyways,
because I'm illiterate as fuck. Anywho, so I got this tattoo simply because I was like, I want it. That's it.
But why the heart though?
Oh, so I want to make my image logo a white heart. I wanted this to be white, but both of y'all was like,
it wasn't
the tattoo
really show
it's
up.
Not gonna really show.
It don't show up white on the skin.
But no, this is a real story, right? When I was younger, my grandmother used to like write hearts on all of my homework when she used to watch me. Mm-hmm. And that was her way of saying good job. Even if I got like a bunch of shit wrong, she was like, good job, here's a heart, I love you type of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And on some emotional shit, because it does mean something. It's not just because it's not just a heart that I put on my face, right? But between my grandmother, my mother, and like my uncle or whatever, my grandmother, my uncle passed away. My mom is still living, thank goodness. Mm-hmm. But between like those three people, they were like the role models, like the best role models anybody can like hope for. You feel me? So when my grandmother died, I was like, I couldn't even cry. Like I was just like, bruh. It's like, cause before that, my uncle had died of cancer, mm-hmm. and then my grandmother died of old age. So it's like, it's okay, right? But I'm just like, now all I got is my mother, right? So when I look at this heart in the mirror, I'm like, all right, I got my grandmother,
and then you got your mother name on your arm,
and I got my mother name on my arm. So it's like, and I wanna get a tattoo, this saying that my uncle used to always tell me, and he used to be like, always keep your head up, because the next nigga that walk up to you is gonna try to test you, and if he can't see you like eye to eye, he gonna know that you a sucker,
right?
You know, so
you can't put your head down around niggas and shit like that.
Yes, sir, but yeah.
So, all right.
It's a sensitive.
He never told me this, so I didn't know. That's why it's a good thing I asked.
Yeah,
and he wanted to say that.
I didn't tell anybody this, you know,
because I thought he was just getting the heart just because he wanted the heart.
No, I'm an emotional ass nigga, you know. Yeah, so it is, you know, whatever, bro.
Emotional ass nigga. Oh, hey, pause. Please pause. Like, anyways. But yeah, this nigga got a fucking face tattoo, y'all. So welcome to the face tattoo gang. Y'all already know I done made some videos about like face tattoos. We are probably like low key a bad influence on y'all low key, because now y'all probably thinking like, oh, well, they got them shits.
No, I had somebody DM me and they was like, now I'm gonna get a face tattoo. You and Forrest got one, so it must be a part of the trend. No, it's not a trend.
It's not a trend. Well, it's a trend for like other niggas, but like niggas got tats. It's just like fuck it.
Just because we got tattoos, that don't mean get
so
a
like,
face tattoo.
Would you like if somebody came up to you right now and was like, I want to get a face tattoo, should I get it? What would you say to them? Like what you would tell them get it? Like, you wouldn't ask them like no questions of like,
I don't give a fuck.
What are you trying to do?
Look, if you want to do something and you're not harming yourself, my nigga, do it. You feel me? Because it's like it's no like, also, I mean, you can think for a minute and be like, do I really want this, blah blah blah, career, all that dumb shit. I'm like,
yeah, because I'm not against what he said, because I do shit just I be like, fuck it, like
just like, because it's like people are like, oh, you can't get a job, you get this, you all this other shit. I'm like, bro, I got one life to live, as far as I know.
Right.
So why am I spending this life worried about? First of all, like what the fuck you like? Right. What you worried about what I'm doing?
Yeah, like mind your fucking business.
Right, and being
like mind your fucking business. Like
I thought you said why you not fucking bitches.
What the fuck?
I was like, I mean that too, but you
go
know,
fuck some hoes. Why you worried about what the fuck I'm doing?
But nah, definitely do what you want to do, as long as you're not harming anyone or yourself. Do what the fuck you want to do, because it's your life, my nigga.
Yeah, that's why I be buying shit that I shouldn't be buying, tattoos and shit like that. People be like, cool. Why the fuck you doing that? I'm just like, bruh, like, I'm an impulse person just in general. Like I do shit out of impulse. So.
He's really a fucking impulse.
Like, especially when they come to like clothes and shoes. Like it's shoes in my closet right now that them Off-Whites. I low key don't want them no more.
I know.
And I paid $950 for the dumbass shoes. But part of me is like, I'm just gonna keep them just you know what I'm saying? It's like a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I turn like 30 or something, I'll be like, damn, like back then this was Virgil, like. You know what I'm saying? Like just on some.
He gonna sell them bitches before he leaves. He gonna sell. He gonna be like, hey, bro, I just sold them bitch ass.
Nah, chill. I don't want to sell them, but like, I got like, it's something about shoes. I like shoes where I could just wear them with everything. That's why I got like the Samba joints right here. Like I like wearing those every day with the Off-White joints. It's just like, I got the fit off that I wanted with them, and it's like, all right, like whatever. But I be regretting selling shoes.
This is why you always buy shit just to return it. Because it's like, he be getting shit, be like, oh yeah, I can pull this fit off. I can do this, all this other shit.
That's what he be telling me. He be telling me, like, buy shit, get some fits off, and then take the shit back.
Yeah, just take his shit back.
But I just don't be wanting to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's niggas who literally do that and be buying, like, $1,000 Fendi and Prada and shit like that. But they be looking corny doing that shit. And I don't want to look corny.
How you gonna look corny? Who gonna be looking at you looking corny?
Because they gonna be like, hey, bro, like, say I got, like, a like, photo shoot or something. And then they gonna be like, hey, bro, can you bring those? I'm be like, oh, yeah, I ain't got those no more. That happened my last photo shoot. Fool was asking me if I had certain pieces, and I was like, oh, yeah, I sold that shit. And it just made me feel like, damn, I should still have that stuff right now.
He said he should still have something he sold. Okay, buddy. Whatever. Nah, fool, because it's like, I don't understand the purpose of people keeping, like, all right, so I get it if you keeping something for, like, sentimental value or, like, to, like, sell at a greater price.
Later on type shit.
A greater price later on or some shit like that. But it's like, I don't understand. If you only wearing this shit for a fit, my nigga, then okay, wear it. Get like 10 photos, do a whole photo shoot yourself or whatever, and then sell them bitches. Because it's $950, my nigga.
But like, have you ever bought some shit and then you sell it and then like months go past and you like, damn, I wish I could put, like I had these right now, like to put this shit on right now. You never had that moment? I've had moments where I'm like, damn, like a year go by, and I'm like, bro, I got to fit on. I'm like, if I had this shoe right now, this shit would go crazy. And I'd be like, damn, why the fuck I sell it?
I sold this blazer that I made, like, when I was in college. It was the first blazer I ever made. I sold that for, like, $300. I love that motherfucker. And the dude don't even wear that shit right. That shit blow the shit out.
That is another thing that I do hate, low-key. Like, when you make shit, it's like, I want my pieces to go to good, like, niggas who gonna really,
fool.
like.
This nigga.
Because it's like, man, get my shit back. Like, what the fuck?
And it's worse because I made that fucking blazer, bro. And he wears that shit butch as a motherfucker. And I'm like, and I follow this fool just so I can see him fuck up my blazer.
You should DM him and be like, hey, bro, like,
hey, send that shit back.
Let me hold that real fast and just never get that shit back to him.
Nah,
bro.
I give his little ass a refund.
Nah,
that was like 3 years ago, and I'm still salty about that shit. But I understand. But I'm like, bro,
I mean, I spoke about this before, like on my last podcast about me having detachment issues. So I think that's my problem. Like
with everything,
with everything, women, fucking clothes, anything. Like I would like some shit today, and then tomorrow I'd be like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. I don't know why I have that problem.
I get it,
but
I get it.
I don't know. I'm sorry to all the girls out there who I've like broke y'all heart or like led y'all on and shit like that. But I can't. I don't want to say I can't help it, but I low key can't help it. Low key, it's something. The screws are missing upstairs.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
You know one person I feel like owed me an apology.
Nah,
because that just made me think about something. The one person that owed me an apology is the first girl that ever broke my heart.
Why the fuck does she owe you an apology?
Because she's the reason why.
She the reason why you do this shit you do now? Oh my God, son.
Hey, nah, fool. But for real though, if you would,
say her name. Say her name. Nah, yo, guys, say her name, man. Nah, she probably not even gonna see this, bro. If she mad like randomly sees this, that'd be the funniest shit ever.
That'd be crazy as shit.
I'd be like, bro, how the fuck she gonna be like, I'm so sorry. Like, if you broke Poetic Heart and you out there and you watching this video, please apologize because look what you've done. Nah,
to be honest though, sometimes I do miss her.
Oh my.
but not on no emotional shit because we don't go back, right? You feel me? But the reason why I missed her, nah, hear me out, right? Because if you listening, it's my time, right? So look,
He trying to get close to the camera.
So look, right.
Oh my God.
So the reason why I miss you, right, is because. Right, to be honest, the only reason why I would ever get back with her.
Oh, and then he talking about getting back with her. I didn't even know he was gonna take it that far.
Look.
Go ahead.
So the reason why I would ever get back with her is because her family was rich as fuck, and I'm kind of fucked up that I couldn't just withstand the toxicity of her for a little bit longer because she was talking about marriage and shit. And it was
Damn,
like,
you could have been on her motherfucking, what's her name though? Like, yeah, you could have had a check right
I
there.
could have, nigga. You talking about a check?
That's what us guys need to do, cause girls do that shit to us.
Hey,
they go talk to niggas with money and shit like that. It's our turn. We about to start. You know what I'm saying, bitch? What's the shit? I ain't saying she a gold digger. But she, I'm about to start talking to girls with a lot of money, and
fool.
we finesse them.
I've been looking for a sugar mama for the past, I don't know, several years of my life. If you are an 85-year-old white woman, 85-year-old, that's the number. That's the number. 85.
Are you fucking her?
If you are 85-year-old white woman, right?
Did he say a white woman?
White woman, because it's like
why you don't want no rich black woman?
If I get a rich black woman, I'm a no. Because listen, if I find a rich old black woman, I'm a she gonna remind me too much of my mother.
Hey, stuttering, y'all.
She gonna remind me too much of my mother, right? Because it's like it's an older black woman or like a grandmother or like an auntie or some shit like that, and I'm like, bro, I can't be doing no love.
Your mother's not 85 years
old.
No,
but my mom is a black woman though. You feel me? All black women got this essence of like, I gotta respect you or something.
Oh, so you don't want to feel like you're taking it.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Don't take advantage of the black woman. Take advantage of the white woman.
There we go.
I get it. So if you're an 85-year-old white woman, are you fucking her? You didn't answer that question.
Look. It depends on how much
take her dentures out.
You ever thought about that? You ever thought about that? Nah, because I see niggas in movies be having like those scenes where like the old white woman take her dentures out and she be go.
God, that shit probably feel like a goddamn. Pocket
I don't know.
pussy or some shit.
I don't know. I think because like
if you're an 85-year-old white woman, hit us up, and you got dentures. If you got dentures, take them shits out. We try to see something.
Because then you got a light skinned nigga and you got a dark skinned nigga.
You're not dark skinned.
If you got a light skin,
hey, in the comments right now, because we talk about this shit all the time. Is he dark skinned?
I'm brown skinned.
All right. All right.
I'm like dark. Oh shit. I'm brown skin. I'm like a dark brown skin or some shit. But
you're not dark skin at all. You're brown. Dark skin is dark skin. I'm not light skin either. I want people to stop calling me. I'm not light skinned, bro. I am caramel.
Okay, see, I understand that I'm a brown skinned African American male, right?
I'm a caramel African American male.
He's light skinned as fuck.
Caramel. You know, like the caramel macchiatos from Starbucks. That's my complexion. All right, a little bit darker. I'm not light skinned. Jessica's light skinned. We've had this conversation.
She's just lighter than you. You're still light skinned. If you take a photo,
do you hear the message? Light skin, so meaning your skin is light.
Saying you're like caramel macchiato, Starbucks.
Yeah, and you're like a mocha latte shit. Pause. That sounds super gaming.
Yeah, it kind of threw me off. We also making eye contact.
All right. Anyways, let me go into the fucking what's her name? The list. All right. So, like I said, people who know us, y'all probably know us from back New York days, right?
New York.
Let's take it back to college days from when we first met each other. All right. So we had, what class was that? Was that textile class?
It was textile.
It was textile class.
Yes, sir.
And that class was boring as hell. All right, fuck textile class. Let's talk about college first. How do you feel about college? You said you dropped out. How do you do you regret dropping out? Do you think you will ever go back? Like, how do you feel about that shit?
So college, all right. So we went to Morgan State University, right?
In Baltimore,
Maryland. College was cool my first semester, right? I still hated going to class and listening to niggas talk to me about shit. Because
what did you first go to school for?
So I went to school for multi-platform production with a minor in sociology. Yeah. I went to school for that shit because I got into Morgan on like a scholarship-based type of thing because I met some women and all this other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I went to school for that. My first year was cool. I had met some friends when I went to the little summer program before I got to Morgan. That was cool and all that. But what really fucked me up is it's because we went to HBCU, right? So we would have conversations and it would be like a little bit too biased for me, right? I went to college to have debates and shit, right? I went to college to meet African American people and like different cultures and shit that like had different opinions. But if someone else had like a different opinion, you weren't going to try to cut my head off for like having that opinion.
Yeah, because it's like people wanted you to think the same way as them. You wanted to have like just a diversity of just thoughts, like people just
because if everybody thought the same shit, then what's the point of having a conversation, bro? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I will go to these classes, and then there would be an argument, boom, like here, there, and the last straw. My second year is when I was in my world religion class.
So you dropped out your sophomore year?
Yeah, my sophomore year. When I had like a debate, like a small debate with this shorty that I was real cool with at first, and it was about religion and shit. And she was like a die-hard like Christian. You feel me? Oh God. And I'm one of those people that like I will never like denounce any religion. You feel me? I won't tell you your shit's wrong, none of that. You feel me? Yeah. And so the conversation was about facts, right? And I was like, look, based upon the text, so on and so on. I can't remember the verbatim what it was about, but based upon like this book right here, because the question that was answered was based off the book. And she was like, well, in the Bible, so on and so on. And I'm like, my nigga, we're talking about the textbook. I'm not telling you you're wrong, but I'm like, the text. See, in this situation, I don't even have a fucking opinion, yo. Right. Yeah. Because I'm getting tight. I don't even have a fucking opinion, son. And she was like, well, first of all,
because we're not talking about the Bible right now. We're talking about the book. Right.
Yeah, and the fucking teacher was sitting there watching us and shit. He had his fucking cross and shit.
He was watching y'all.
Yeah, they was watching us had his fucking debate, right? And you know me, when I get tight, I stand up and I start using my hands and shit. I was like, what are you talking about, son? Right? So she decided to walk all the way across the room or some shit to like get in my face and talk, because again she was getting tight. Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and I'm one of those calm ass niggas originally, right? So I'm sitting there looking at shorty like talking to me, talking about some God this, Bible this, all this shit like that, right? And I was like,
we are not atheists, by the way.
No. We're not atheists or whatever, right? I don't want y'all. Right? There's none of that shit, right? Yeah. It's just like how aggressive she was getting with me.
Like you would expect them to have understand both sides. It's like people are so like one track minded. They don't try to see the other side of everything.
Everyone has a different opinion. You cannot force someone to believe what you believe. So why are you raising your voice at me? First of all, second of all, third of all, fifth of all, right? Now, I'm a black man.
You went from third of all to fifth of all.
You didn't say fourth. I'm a black man, right? So I already look intimidating, regardless to tat. I already look intimidating as shit, right? So I can't raise my voice at her. I can't do nothing. I just have to sit there and
you're trying to be the bigger person,
right? Literally, right? And I was like, all right, we can take this outside and have a conversation, because you definitely ruin everyone else's education while you're talking to me like you're doing right now, right? And
it's just embarrassing.
Yeah. And then I got up. And this is on some other shit. This is normally how I am with women, because I don't want to feel like I'm like being mad aggressive, because that's wild as shit. So I got up, and then I pulled her aside gently, of course, to like the corner of the room, and I whispered in the ear. I was like, "Look, I appreciate you for telling me how you feel, but I do feel like it's mad disrespectful how you was talking to me in front of this class. Right now, we cool, and I respect you, and I got love for you." Her. No, nigga.
Like it sounded like he said, I whispered in her ear. It's like, God. Look, I don't like how you talk to me.
I was just like, look, it's a different way you can go about what you're saying, right? And to anyone else who's mad aggressive and mad opinionated and like opinionated and shit, bro, there's no way for us to elevate as a people if you don't respect people's perspective.
Yeah, right. I feel like people don't know how to have like debates. Like people really don't like good debates. I feel like when people have the argument, it's mostly arguments, and whenever people are arguing, whenever you argue, no matter what, most of the time the people who are arguing, they only care about their opinion.
They don't
try to hear
what like,
other people are saying.
Right.
So like when I'm talking to people or when people get mad and shit like that, I'm always trying to see both sides like Chanel. But I'm just like I don't understand why people always just be like, oh, this is how I think and this is how you should. I'm right. Fuck your opinion. Da, 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 da. Even though that's how we all over here. So like fuck your opinion. But it's still like I try to see both sides, and I just hate people who want to argue and don't try to hear both sides. Because then you look ignorant.
Facts.
You look just stupid.
It's just a lot of times they just be looking at you and preparing themselves to respond to what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So they hear you. They're not listening.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna fuck about what you about to say to me.
And that's cool. It's whatever. Because that's so we argue or we like have debates all the time, right? Yeah. And it's like we have them and we're like really like excited motherfuckers. But then after that, it's like, all right, cool. I don't really give a fuck no more.
Yeah, it's like fuck it. Like,
it's like okay, cool,
like, you got it.
You know, it is what it is, and then you move the fuck on, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, you feel me? You just go
so your business. This girl is the reason why you dropped out.
Oh, that is what we were talking about. Nah. Wait. What? Wait. I said that?
Yeah, no, I'm saying you was like, this is one of the reasons why you dropped out of school. Because the original question was, why did you drop out? And then you brought up that.
That was the question.
Yeah.
Oh,
so is she the reason? Well, she's probably one of the reasons. Because you were saying like how people in the HBCU, they just are so one-minded.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, in general, overall, it's weird talking to my own people and having them want to bite my head off and then belittle me.
Right, because we're supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? Right. You're supposed to be bigging each other up and trying to converse with each other in a good manner. And it's like, bro, like, what are you talking down
like,
on?
I'm definitely an intelligent man, but I'm not going to be sitting here and listening to you, like, belittle my opinions and all this other stuff, bro. Because you can't change my opinion unless I allow you to, like, convince me that what you're saying is true. But another thing is people who tend to overspeak themselves or, like, talk really loud, honestly,
they're not as educated either. People who talk loud like that and they try to make up for not knowing what the fuck they talk about.
Exactly. That's what I was about to get into. They're not really like 10 toes down on their opinion in the first place. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you like a lot of people know when you like debate with me, I remember pretty much everything that you say. And then I regurgitate what you said, and you was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't say that." I'm like, "Nigga, you did just say that." And then now we're arguing back and forth and shit about what you said. And I'm like, honestly, I stopped caring when you opened up your mouth and said that you had that you was about to yell at me or some shit like that.
Because once you start raising your voice at me, bro, like I could start listening to you. Once you start raising your voice at me, man, all I hear is wah, 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 wah,
nah, because then I start hearing my mother food.
It's like, bro, I don't like my mother raising her voice at me, but it's like, that's my mom. I'm not about to let you.
I'm not about to sit here and take no shit
like
from
that.
you, bro.
So
whatever. But yeah, I left school.
I'm about to say,
yeah. I left school because I feel like the culture wasn't respecting everyone's like perspective and opinion, because it wasn't just me this was happening to. There's a lot of people. Also, I felt really trapped. I felt like I didn't go to college for myself. I went to college for the idea of being a black male or the first generation.
Needing education.
Needing education and shit like that.
That one saying, they could take everything away from you, but they can't take your education away from you. But it's like, I could learn outside of college. Right. They can't take all the things I've learned up to this point away from me. Like, what the fuck? I don't need no fucking diploma, no degree and shit like that.
Right. The majority of the billionaires or top brilliant people,
they either
whatever,
dropped out or
they
never
dropped out or never went to college, bro.
So, would you recommend somebody going to college? Like, do you feel like because it sounds like we shitting on college, but like, what do you feel like you got out of college, if anything?
So to answer both of those questions, I would recommend that someone always do what they want to do. This is going to keep coming up whenever you ask these type of questions. But it's like
do what you really feel.
because we're saying it's based upon our experience, our perspective, our lifestyle, what we want to do and all that
circumstance and all that other shit.
If you want to be like a lawyer or like a zoologist or something, go to fucking school.
Yeah, because certain things you have to go to school.
Exactly.
Because I do feel like dropping out has been like a trend. Like people feel like it's just I'm dropping out. And a lot of people, they want to drop out because either they just lazy as hell or they just feel like they're going to go be the next big rapper. Like,
right.
So what did you get out of it? Like, do you feel like you got good enough shit out of college?
I got a lot out of college. I got the love for sociology. I got the love of my people. Like I gained a better understanding of the different because in at Morgan or any HBCU, there's so many different types of people that look like me, from different nations, different countries, different backgrounds or whatever. So I got that. I gained some friends. I met this nigga. I met
I feel like that's
other
the
niggas
best
and
thing
shit.
college did was I met people.
Right.
But it's low key not worth all that debt, to be honest.
It's not worth
But
the money.
also, I don't know how I would have been if I didn't go to college. Because I'm so introverted.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I would have just been going out trying to talk to niggas.
I would have been in DC.
So it's just I guess it wasn't worth that money because I owe over $30,000 in fucking school that they're not getting back. But
they're not getting that shit.
I feel like that's the best thing I got out of it. I do like the experience but in college, bro, to be honest, I was just fucking bitches, bro. I ever gonna hold you. I had so much time on my hands, bro. I was just fucking. It's literally that's all I was doing. It's I would go to class here and there, and then I wake up one day and I'm just I'm not going to fucking class. I'm about to invite this girl over. What the fuck? I just felt like it was more so.
See, I'm a lot more corny. I didn't go to class just because I was tired. I wasn't fucking nobody. I was just tired as shit. I was in my room playing Fortnite or fucking playing 2K or some shit. First of all, I'm not wearing a hat. You're the one wearing a hat, so who's capping right now? Anywho.
You tried it. You tried. I want to give you credit for that, but
if anybody found that funny, definitely hit me up because you my type of nigga. Dad jokes.
You're the one with the hat on. So the only one should be capping is you, that guy.
Whatever. I stayed because it's just I'm so fucking introverted. So I both homecomings that happened, I stayed in the crib.
I never went to any of them.
Yeah, I didn't either. First
I
homecoming.
do regret not going to the Uzi concert though, because I remember we had Uzi. I think was that my freshman year or sophomore year?
I think that was sophomore.
I don't fucking know. I do regret not. I've never been to a
because
concert.
I knew one of those years, Cardi B was performing.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I've never been to a concert ever in my life.
I have. I've been to a few. First concert I went to was Kid Cudi. That was a lovely concert. It was great.
I have mixed emotions about Kid Cudi's music. Some of his music is cool. I do like one album where it was Demon Slayers, some shit like that. It was some shit like that. It was cool, but I kind of don't really care. How it's a cult following of Kid Cudi. I don't understand it because when I try to listen to his music, it's never oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
He has such a niche, just like
the same
you
way
love
with,
Playboy Cardi. And shit.
In the same way with Frank Ocean. I still haven't. I be trying.
I think that's so crazy how you love Brent and you love all these other niggas, but he can't get into Frank Ocean.
I don't know why though. I've heard some good songs. Don't get me wrong, I like some good songs, but it's just hard for me to tap in with their music.
It's cool, bro. I listen to all the most toxic ass niggas, so you know my personality.
I don't like the Kids See Ghosts album.
I don't like it either.
That shit sucks.
I wouldn't say it sucks, but I don't like it.
Out of a 10.
I get a 7.
That shit is a 3 too. That shit sucks. What the fuck?
I give it a 7 because
I only give it. It's cool because Ye was on it, but it's just that shit suck. Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi. I like you on Metamorphosis though. That was cool. I like that.
That was cool.
Yeah. As a kid in the teens.
I love hums. I love symbiotic shit. Is that the right word?
I don't fucking know. I don't know what symbiotic is.
I have an idea. I remember what it.
You know what you're trying to say.
I know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know what that is.
Methodic. That's what I'm saying. Methodic. Okay, I love.
I'm not good with vocab, so I don't even know if he's using the right words or not.
But methodic is the right word. Methodic is the word I'm trying to use. But yeah, I love music
or
that
melodic.
Makes me.
Because methodic is methods. So melodic. Melody. You like melody is what you're trying to say. You like fuck it. Anyway.
I love music that make me feel like I'm either on acid or I'm
I gotta check the screen again to make sure this shit record.
I'm super high or some shit. And if you listen to my podcast, then you know I love shit like that.
What's your podcast? What's your podcast? Because you got a YouTube and you got a podcast. What's the name of it?
My podcast is Merciful Merciless. It's on all platforms, literally. It's on Spotify, podcast is on Apple Music Podcasts, on Google Play, it's on the other.
And what do you do on your podcast? I know what do you do, but like let it people know.
So basically, I started my podcast 2 years ago now. That's crazy, 2.5, something like that. And I first started
because it's not your average podcast,
no,
like how we're
doing
doing right
average
now.
Podcast. It's not an average podcast. So basically, the idea is that I turn on the mic and I just speak, right? Say whatever's on my mind. I don't write anything down. It's 100% unscripted. 1,000%. Unless I ask someone to do like a little clip it for a transition when I'm editing. For me, whenever I'm talking, whatever that like that other person, when I'm like, okay, is your podcast type of thing, it's unscripted, right? And when I first started off, it was just me talking about my emotions and how I was feeling, all this shit that I was like holding in. Because growing up for me as a man or a black man or whatever, same old shit, different day. I have a hard time expressing myself, right?
Because they make you feel like you can't, like
Exactly.
It's like a sensitive thing,
right?
like,
Right. The way niggas
suck
talk
it
to
in,
me,
nigga.
right? And niggas either call you gay or like you're super emotional or some shit like that, or whatever. Or don't want to listen to you, especially. And this is like a hot fucking topic here. Especially the women I've dealt with in my life, extremely judgmental. So it made me go like a fucking like
really
fucking
like,
grape or some shit. You know, hold all that shit inside.
Yeah.
So I needed a platform just to speak where I felt like nobody had the right to like judge me or tell me what I'm saying. It's like so emotional.
That's what I do on Twitter.
And shit. Exactly. You know, so I just started talking, and then it started to like elevate or like move into this production where I'm mixing songs and creating this entire world around my words. I would record my words first, and then I would add a bunch of music, and I would edit the music and make it sound a certain way, all that other shit. And after a while, I started opening up to other people. I started hitting people up and being like, I want to give you a platform in which you can say exactly how you feel, no matter what it is.
Because like not a lot of people are really asked like
Right.
how you feeling right now
without judgment.
Because it's people that you walk past every day and we all going through some shit, but it's nobody who ever asks them like, what are you thinking
what's
about
up, bro?
right now? Like,
right. Just like what's up? I don't even care if you're just thinking about like an apple or some shit, bro. Like whatever is going on, speak it. And then when it's like negative thoughts or happy thoughts, this is a way to like view your negative thoughts in a beautiful light. Once
say it out loud just to see how it feels.
Say it out loud just to see how it feels. Because once you hear it, you might be like, damn.
That felt good.
That felt good. And now I can keep hearing like what's going on with me, and I can actually work through
Start healing.
You know, start healing. Because that's the hardest thing to do sometimes is to heal. And that's my ultimate goal at the end of the day, is to give people a platform in which they're able to speak their mind and be able to be themselves 100%. And then once I edit it, they're like, wow, I thought my thoughts were ugly, but you made them beautiful.
Right.
And I'm like, no, my nigga, they were always
you.
beautiful.
Yeah,
that was
like,
your shit. All I did was put some shit to it and open your eyes to it, open your ears to it, all that shit. You feel me? But yeah, definitely slide through. It's on all platforms.
I'm gonna definitely put it in the description below.
And if you want to be on it, trust me, it will always be a yes. You can just DM me on what is my Instagram? MERCII is MERCII MERCII.
I'm putting it in the description, y'all. Y'all don't have to fucking sit here and hear that shit. I'm gonna put that shit in the description.
Yeah,
hopefully he don't
shit.
change the name again. So when y'all click on the fucking link,
I was
it's
trying
not
to
there.
get MERCII just without the doubles, but somebody had that shit. I was like,
And
damn.
then DM them and be like, bro, let me get that back.
Yeah.
Just like the nigga with that blazer. Need that shit back.
Nah, I'm gonna catch his ass lacking and rob his ass.
Yeah, give me my shit
Oh,
back.
my mother. I'm gonna rob him, but then give him his $300.
Yeah, be
I'm like, give my shit.
give me that shit and then throw the money at his
Give his
face.
money.
Yeah,
He
that
was
shit
like,
funny.
"Who?"
You just threw some money in my face.
And like, and he
It's
started,
so disrespectful.
counting and be like, "Wait, this is exactly what I paid you."
Yeah,
for
he
that
was like,
blazer."
hold on. Do I
He
know
was like,
you?
"Oh."
Nah, nigga.
And
And he got a
hit me-
mask on.
And then he gonna fucking hit me up talking about something. Can you make me another one? I'm like, damn, fool. Yeah, I can make you another one. And I'm in that bitch, take a picture, and I'm wearing that shit.
like
He's like,
shit. But like, bro,
that the one you about to make me? He's like, nah, fool.
nah.
I copped this off some weak ass nigga.
Some weak ass nigga. That nigga funny as shit. All right, so I don't do good with transitions, so this is my way of transitioning. Since we talking about like creative shit, like could you think of like your first ever like thing you've ever like made? Like what's your first thing you've ever like what how did you get introduced into like the creative field? Like was you always on some creative shit, or like was it this certain thing that like you was like, all right, this like the first question, what was your first like creative project that you ever did?
So I started off doing poetry and shit, right? And see, back then with me, art didn't really mean as much, right? I was just making this shit. It didn't mean anything to me. I wasn't expressing anything. Yes, I've been through a lot of things, but for some reason, when I put it on a piece of paper, I wasn't writing through emotion, right? But everyone else was like, "Oh yeah, you're so amazing at poetry. It's just come natural." I'm like, "I don't really give a fuck." You feel me? But the one poem that I was like, "Yeah, this shit, I really fuck with it," was when I was in ninth grade. Because before that, I was drawing. I was really good at drawing and everything like that, but I didn't really care too much about it, right? But in ninth grade, we had this annual poetry slam, right, at Richard Wright charter school in like Navy Yard in DC, right? Have you seen that building? It's like a castle building. It's about a Navy Yard.
I've probably seen it. I've driven past Navy Yard.
It used to be like a
times.
metro station, or like, you know. But yeah, so the poem, because back then I was on like my whole revolutionary activist crap about black stuff, all that good stuff, right? And the poem was a rendition of "Blacker the Berry" by Kendrick Lamar, right? But my thing was I wrote it as if I was the racist white person, right?
You was on your what's that one rapper that made that
was that Jordan Lucas?
Yeah, you on your.
I was on my Jordan Lucas before he was on it. You feel me? And it was like, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The blacker the berry, the quicker I shoot. Right? That was like right. That was like the fucking hook to it. And the beginning of it was.
The blacker the berry, the quicker I shoot.
In 2016, I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2016. See, black do crack. Let me tell you what I mean. And then I was like, I one point, like I got really fucking deep into it. I was like, "Give me your baby so I can feed him to the gators," or some shit like that. Like I got like really fucking deep into it. Like really,
if you heard a white person saying this shit,
yeah, like you go fucking crazy.
Kill this nigga.
And I did this poem in front of like everybody, right? I'm really good at performing. I like to think so. And I was on that shit. I was doing that motherfucker. My shit was hard as a motherfucker. I might actually record, because I still have it. I might record and put it on my podcast or some shit. But
yeah, that'd be hard.
It blew me because the audience didn't get it. And I can't expect everyone to get everything like that I do. But in that moment, I'm like, in my head, I felt like this was really fucking obvious, because I was saying some really disgusting racist shit, right? And I don't know, it was just like, it blew the shit up me, and I was like, all right, whatever, boom. So I did the poem. I won the poetry slam. Yeah. Everyone's clapping. Boom, boom, boom. Teachers dapping me up, all that shit. And I'm a type of artist that I'm like, what did you get from that? Right? Not because I want you to get exactly like the reason why I wrote it. No, I want you to have
what's your perspective.
Right, what's your perspective? And I asked the teachers, right? I asked the teachers. The teachers gave me some lackadaisical ass, weak ass answer. And I'm like, you know what? This is the reason why I don't do your fucking homework. Because I'm like, bro,
you don't appreciate me.
You don't appreciate me. And it blows the fuck out of me, because they preached like black excellence and all that other shit, but they never only time they promoted me is when they felt like I can make them look good, you know? And that really made
That's
me
just
not
how school is.
Right. That just made me not want to do art, because whenever I did anything, they were like, "Oh, come on, can you like do this poem in front of these white folk? Can you do this poem in front of these black people to make us seem like we're a great place for black people to go to, because we preach excellence and all this other shit."
The whole school system fucked.
Right, it's just ass, bro. And I'm like, damn, son, you're going to use me like a slave, just like the white people going to do. You're just going to do it in a different way by preaching black excellence, and then use me.
Excellent.
Suck a dick. by using me.
I think it said excellent.
By using me as the model black student to make your school look good. You can suck a dick. Anywho, nah, dead ass. Like, you feel me? But in regards to art, that's what really got me into writing. So from that point on, I started to write this poem that I'm at like 245 pages. And I've been writing that since that like ninth grade year, and it's basically me going over my entire life. The very first poem on that 200-something page poem, or whatever that's supposed to be called, like a book or some shit, is a detailed rendition of. About to get really trigger warning.
Shit.
A detailed rendition of my mom getting raped. Like through like my conception or whatever. I didn't mean to make it like really.
I didn't know you was going to talk about this shit
on
the podcast.
I know.
Hey,
I'm not hurt by it. I'm just explaining some shit like
Go
that.
ahead.
But yeah, it's a detailed rendition of that and all that things. But yeah. I kind of got carried away.
Yeah. You want to keep that in here?
Yeah, I don't care.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, nigga, it's my wife.
I'm about to say, I ain't know this nigga's
You know
gonna bring that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So that was your first like introduction to
My
like art, like
introduction
poetry.
to art. Yeah.
And then what's the other things you started to dabble in besides
So
poetry?
the thing that really took me like over like, oh, art is something I want to do in my life. My mentor that I met in 11th grade, his name is DJ Underdog. He's a DJ. Of course, that's in his name, my dumbass.
DJ.
But yeah, he was my graphic design teacher.
Wait, what does DJ stand for? I honestly don't know what that stands for.
Is it like digital jam?
I feel like this is something we should know.
I feel like it's something we should know.
Look it up. Where your phone at? Because, I'm using my phone to record. Because I really don't know what DJ stands for.
She sent me, but you can.
I bet you he don't type it. I bet you he fucking asks her.
I was about to do that shit. Hold up.
This nigga don't know.
What does DJ mean?
Or stand for.
One sec.
It's cool.
As a noun, it means a person who introduces and plays.
No, what does it stand for?
What does DJ stand for?
As a noun, it means a person.
I hate you so much, sir.
Just Google that shit. Now you gotta type it, y'all. Because I really don't know what that shit stand for. I just always see the shit and it be like DJ this, DJ that, but I really don't know what the D and the J stand for. I really do feel like D stands for digital.
Oh, it stands for disc junkie.
For real?
Disc junkie.
That's not like the urban disc jockey.
Hey, look. I told y'all, look.
Fuck no,
So
son.
it's so. First of all, English is not my first language. Okay, I want you. English is not my first language. I'm not bullshitting. Don't fuck me up. What's wrong with it?
Nah, it's cool.
But yeah, English is not my first language. Sometimes I'll be going to do shit. I am not dyslexic.
That nigga said junkie. That shit says jockey, bro. Anyways, your mentor, DJ.
Yeah. My mentor, DJ Underdog, who was my graphic design teacher. I remember the very first day I was in his class, he gave us a reach. Reach is like a warm up type of thing. I don't know if everybody do that shit. But yeah, it was like it was this picture of this dude on the back of like a moped, and we had to like draw or something, color it or whatever, like on some creative shit. And I don't like coloring. It's not my thing. So I just drew a bunch of quotes on it. I wrote a bunch of quotes. I wrote a bunch of quotes on the paper, and he saw it, and then he gave me my paper back, and he was like, "Yeah, this cool. I fuck with it." Boom, boom, boom. And after that, I used to come to school mad early, 6 o'clock, just to like chill and talk with him, listen to music. And he never taught me like graphic design to like the expert level, but he taught it to me just like he taught everybody else. But because of the way he taught it and like how he was speaking, and like he was the one that introduced me into Basquiat, and it's just like, this man is super brilliant and he's super underrated. And if I'm telling you, if it was not for him, like if it wasn't for him, I would not be the person I am today. Now that's like,
You still in contact with him?
Yeah. That's the big homie. That's the homie.
What's up? So like poetry, graphic design. Where did photography come in?
Photography came in my first year staying at Morgan View, so that was my sophomore year. Yeah.
So you ain't really start photography till you got to Morgan?
I didn't.
So like what made you like be like, I'm about to do this photography?
A lot of times I just be doing shit because I have a
different
thought. I just tried it.
That's how the fuck I
And the
do.
weird thing with me is when I try something, I go the all in. I start spending bread, money, all that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like,
wasting my money on a lot of shit, but it wasn't
Yeah.
really a waste because
Yeah,
it got
wasn't
me
a
to
waste.
what I really wanted to do. Like,
right. And I was researching one day, and I wanted to make some extra money. And the dude was like, if you want to make money by doing art, try photography. And I was like, okay, cool. And that same day, I just went deep diving in photography and got a camera the next day. Deadass. I had a lot of money in college, but yeah, I got
so much money.
Yeah,
in college.
so much
my
shit.
God.
The next day I got a camera, and then over time I started getting more camera equipment, and then I just started taking pictures out of my Morgan View apartment, and I started making some cash. And then yeah,
I remember this nigga had the whole setup in the little living room, and like I really wish niggas was like recording all this shit, like
facts.
Because this shit you could look back on it and be like, damn, look where I was, like. Because I really wish niggas like I could just look back and be like, yeah, like damn. Because I remember going in there, he had the whole little setup in the fucking thing. I remember I was in there one time when you was doing a fucking photo shoot, and it was like, you had like the black background. There was like a girl. She was doing some shit.
Yeah, that was Lonnie.
That shit was like hard. I was just like, bro, like, what the fuck?
That's when
like,
y'all niggas was over there talking about New York.
Yeah, bro, that shit was just tough. Like, I really wish niggas had recorded all this shit. That's why I do this YouTube shit, because it's like, low key, I want this, like, 20 years from now, if YouTube is still, like, up and shit, I want to see, like, what the fuck I was doing in my younger years. So it's just like, damn, I wish I recorded back when freshman year shit, even, like, high school. Like,
I really wish I would have recorded high school. I was a bitch in high school, bro. I cried over women, bro. I cried over grades at times.
Yeah.
I did a lot of cruddy shit.
Hey, we all done been through some shit, man. It's just like, fuck it, bro.
I was a fuck boy in high school. I was a fuck boy in college, too.
That shit is crazy. Like that's one thing I do tell people, like, just to try a bunch of shit. Like,
yeah,
they say curiosity killed the cat, but like curiosity like really leads you to the next thing, like really gets you to the next thing. Because if you try one thing and you realize you don't like it, it can introduce you to something else.
So much of a shit,
you know what I'm saying? So like it's like I always use this example, like, you know, when you're taking a test and you know the ones that are wrong, you cross them out immediately. And it's like now you have other selections that you could try. So it's like, all right, I tried fucking drawing on shirts and shit. You remember that weak ass shit? That shit was terrible. Like,
I still bought it though.
Yeah, like that shit sucked. But at the time, I felt like it was the greatest thing ever. Like I was just like, this is my creative outlet.
I thought those MERCII shirts were like they felt really nice. Yeah, it was great quality. But it was like I thought they was like cool as shit. I
you just needed to get that creative, out, just to get it out. Like,
but the crazy shit is, all of this shit I learned, I'm currently using because of the field that I'm putting myself in as like a consultant or that's
a great segue.
Right, all that shit as a consultant,
yeah,
as a graphic designer. It's like if I sat here and list out everything I tried, I'm currently using that to help other people, like advance their product, right? Because there was a moment in college when I was like, I want to start a creative agency, and I got super deep into that, learning all the tricks of social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that shit. I'm telling you, if like somebody, like if you had me on as your PR person or your creative director, I can help you do any fucking thing. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, how do I know this? But then I have to backtrack and realize I spent hours and hours looking on YouTube off of just like, oh, I want to do this for the moment type of thing. And now it's like, I don't really want to do that.
You know?
Right.
You just know
like, I don't give a fuck about my Instagram when it comes to the numbers. But when it comes to clients, now I'm like, this is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You know?
Because like sometimes you can... It like just because I know all this shit, it's like I don't really care about this social media shit, but I want to help you type.
Like
shit.
I want to help you do what you want to do, you know.
So like I was saying, it was a great segue. So like, how do you go up? Like, all right, since you do like brand marketing for people and stuff like that, say somebody, what would you? All right, somebody's trying to build a personal brand on social media. Get them some like little tips real fast, some free game. Like, what would you like say to them? What would you advise them to do?
So,
all right, let me give you a better example. Somebody wants to be a model, and they're coming to you and they want some advice to like build their brand and shit up. What would you like? How would you go about that?
So number one, I would tell you to figure out what type of model you want to be, right? Because depending on what type of model you want to be, it's either you are the straight edge cutting, I want to be able to be on everyone's magazine, be able to be hired by every brand or whatever, where you want to be cookie cutter. That means you can't show that much personality. And it's crazy because the day and time we live in right now, that's the long way of going about it, right? Because secondly, I would tell you, if you choose to be the model / influencer, this is the shorter way for you to get like to come up or whatever, to be recognized by like modeling agencies or like brand partnerships. Because the thing that a lot of these brands want is someone who is relatable, someone who is personable, right? Yeah. So if you
back in the day, they didn't really care about personality. They just want you to shut the fuck up.
Right, and then be yourself. But once they introduce social media and realize how easy it is to sell products to people when you're selling it through someone that they really deem as worthy as like listening to them, right? So if you choose that route rather than the whole cookie cutter thing, I would tell you to figure out who you are as a person to a certain degree and how much you want to like let everyone else see. Because depending on how much you want them to see, that's how much they'll fuck with you and rock with you. And that's the demographic that you'll reach. So he let you guys see the fashion, He lets you see the thrifting part of him, whatever. His like, oh yeah, I just want to say shit, just say him, the Forrest personality, right?
Like this is me 24/7.
This is him, right? But also he don't always come on here and tell you guys how he's feeling when he's feeling like the worst of himself, right? Because he chose to show you guys this part. So now you follow him because of why? Because of fashion and like you fuck with his personality, right? But the worst thing that people tend to do, and I know you guys do this shit because you see all these other influencers come up when they fake personalities. But I tell you, even if you come up off that shit, eventually it's gonna fuck up. Two things gonna happen, right? You're gonna start hating what you're doing because you're like, wow, I'm not myself. Yeah. And then the second thing gonna be, you're going to lose a lot of like motherfuckers who did fuck with you once you like, oh yeah, I want to do this now once I got this hype. Because if you're not yourself right away, then you won't get the right people to fuck with you right away.
And then you're going to hate it because you're going to look around and see the people you're around. You're like, I don't even like these people.
Exactly.
I don't like their personality. They think I'm somebody that I'm not. And now I got to keep up this image for them and all this other shit. I talked about this in my other podcast about brand sabotage and shit like that, where people feel so like they have to be something because this is what people is used to.
Right.
And
you
get
yourself.
put in a box. Yeah, it's like just be your fucking self. So with the modeling shit, do you feel like people should be self-aware and like look at themselves and be like, because I feel like a lot of people just think, okay, I'm attractive, I can be a model. Like, do you feel like you should look in the mirror and really ask yourself, like, what, like, is certain people that just won't work in editorial, or do you feel like anybody can work with editorial shit or like streetwear, like shit people, or you just feel like anybody can do it as long as you just work,
I feel like, first of all, because you know yourself better than anybody, be logical with yourself, right? Please be rational, right? Because a lot of times people get so caught up on this is my dream, this is what I want to do, that they're not being realistic. Right. That whole thing
and
about
it's not saying like don't chase your dream, but you do have to like
change your dream. It's just like,
what am I good at? What do I look like?
Exactly.
Where could I fit in better? You know what I'm saying?
Because you can accomplish anything you want to, but depending on who you are, how you look, the shade that you are, because I do mean shade as in color or whatever, or ethnicity, you have to go about it differently. Right, like, and that I goes for sexuality and everything like that. Right, he goes.
Certain things I just realistically I can't do. Like it's like certain places I can't work in, or things I can't do.
But he can't work there right away. You know what I'm saying? Like he has
to do different things to get into the door.
Get there. Like it's going to be on like maybe like a little bit harder or whatever, you know. But you can always accomplish your goals. But you have to be realistic and be like, okay, how do I do this in the best way that's going to present me in the best way, in the best light or whatever, right? So for example. Because I'm about to like be super honest, right? So if you're a part of the LGBTQ plus community and you want to be in a Louis Vuitton campaign or some shit like that, right? Because Louis Vuitton doesn't always like I believe they did like a few campaigns when they were like projecting to like that community, but that's not their thing. That's not their staple thing. They don't. They kind of stay out of that whole window. So they don't always look for someone who's super flamboyant.
I low-key feel like brands be doing that just to seem like they care about it, but they don't really give a fuck.
Exactly. So now that you realize what he just said, right? Play the game to your strengths. Right? Don't be that person who off the back uses their sexuality to push their brand, because now you're putting yourself in a limited demographic, because now all of your like majority of the people who fuck with you are a part of the LGBTQ plus community. Not saying you don't want that, you don't need that, whatever.
But you want a broader,
right? You want to be a part of Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton, right? So in order for you to do that, you have to be linking someone
up with different people and stuff like that.
Be proud of your sexuality, but don't put yourself use in your sexuality as something to uplift you or make you this person. Because now people gonna start looking at you as
only
someone
that
who only represents that community. When you're probably either Hispanic or you're black or something, you also represent those communities too. You're a woman or man or whatever you choose or whatever. That's fucking like I was about to say something really offensive and I stopped myself.
Oh god.
Nah, you can just cut that part.
I don't even know where you was going at with that.
I know what I was going at, but it's like you be having thoughts or whatever,
and you like certain people just not gonna take it the right way,
right? But it's like this isn't what you mean, but because you're talking so fast, you can't filter yourself. So I just had to stop or some shit. But yeah, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Start talking.
I don't know. Let's just go to the book and see. We're already an hour in.
You
We're
can
good.
definitely just cut that to like when I said something smart.
Let's see.
It is an hour.
We was talking about how to build a brand. So did you answer the question? If like somebody come to you, they want to be a model, what would you advise them to do?
I mean, it kind of morphs into other things, so I can say it real quick.
All right, how would you? All right, let's slim it down. How you think they should go about you like Instagram? What should they do on their Instagram? What type of stuff are they posting on their Instagram page?
All right, so like I said before, first of all, understand who you are as a person, how much you wanna show your audience, right? Those two things are super important for anybody in any field you want to get in, right? As a model, you do need to have your own style. I'm not gonna say you need to know how to dress, because that don't make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
everyone knows how to dress. You need to know
Tap into
that,
what you
right. This is my style, right? But then once in a while, post something where it seems like you can
switch
do
it up.
right, like you can do other things, right? Be versatile.
Also, going back to that, don't put yourself in a box type shit.
And don't put yourself in the box.
Unless you're okay with
that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do,
because
do what you want to do.
I'm low key, if you wanted to say quote unquote, I'm low key in a box when it comes to my Instagram low key, because it's like I post and do specific things, and it's like I'm not willing to, like that one photo shoot where you was like, where I was about to model in like underwear and shit like that. It's like I could have did it to kind of like broaden my what's the name, but like that's just not on brand for me, like something that I would have just been comfortable with. I just like posting like grungy shit and
that's why it's
like
so
that.
important to know yourself, because the thing was like $400 an hour. That's a nice. That's a nice.
It was a good
paycheck.
like good.
It was a
price.
nice little paycheck.
I was gonna get
you know?
paid good.
It was
for like 3 hours.
Yeah, for like a few hours. Nice little check or whatever. But the thing
They wanted
is,
me to model in like
he knows
tidy
himself.
whitey draw.
Because
like,
he knows himself, he's not going to do something that he doesn't want to do, no matter how much it was. Because I was like, oh, this
it
is
would have been a good opportunity to broaden.
like
Because I could have did it, and then more brands would have probably reached out to me to do other stuff. But that's just not the path that I wanted to go down. Because once you open up a door to certain things, other people gonna start like calling you and shit like that, and then you're gonna be declining them, and they're gonna be like, well, why the fuck, like,
and they're gonna
just fuck up your whole everything.
And those people that are calling you are gonna be a part of that same category in which they saw you in the first place. So now you're like, fuck, I didn't want to do that one, but I did it for the money or the opportunity, and then now I got this other one.
And then now you fucking up business, like your name, because now they could fucking have connects with somebody you really want to work with, and they're gonna be like, oh no, I tried to work with him, and he's always declined like that, and you just fuck it up. So just being aware of your brand. So post outfit pics, post.
Honestly, to be real with you, so if you was one of my clients, I would sit down and like analyze your Instagram and your social medias or whatever. But I would also never tell you what to post. I will tell you like around like a certain aesthetic. I'll be like, how do you want to come off? Send me pictures, like send me people that you look up to, right? I'm like, this is what you can do, right? Choose what you want, and then send me photos, and I'll be like, yeah, this is cool. This is my opinion. Boom, 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 right? Because I want you to always be yourself, while at the same time presenting yourself in the best possible way, right? But post whatever the fuck you want to post. Right, he can tell you post whatever the fuck you want to post,
So
but just understand.
Can I post a picture of a cat?
That's what you want to post.
Like I'm a model. Can I post a picture of a cat?
Yeah,
just random cat.
You can post a picture of a cat.
Can I post a picture of the food that I ate for breakfast?
You can post a picture of the food you ate for breakfast, but understand that they're like. Whenever you do anything, accept the consequences for what you're doing, because doing those things, now you're making it into a personal page, right? Like you're pushing towards there.
Because I have a personal page, low key.
Right. He has a personal page,
so
but
a lot
because
of brands, they reach out. If brands reach out to me, it's because they they just really, really just like my shit. But like Prada and shit is not about to go to my page and reach out to me.
They're not going to be looking for him because his page isn't uniform.
It doesn't come off that way.
Right? So know what you want and then work and post for what you want. You make your own decisions, because a lot of times when a lot of these companies tell you what to post, you will gain traction, you will get partnerships, all that shit. But I guarantee you,
You're
unless
gonna
you do
hate
shit that you
bro.
want to do,
you're gonna hate social
you're gonna
media.
hate that shit, bro.
It just sucks.
You know, that's not the goal. You want to like what you're doing always.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Never do anything you don't want to do, because the point of life is to live life and do things that you want to do. Because the more you try to please other people, the less you'll be able to live for yourself.
That's a bar.
Soundbite.
That's a bar. Drops the mic. like
shit.
That's really a bar. Like literally do whatever the fuck you want to do, and just know what the consequences are gonna be for whatever
For sure.
you do. Going back to face tats, because niggas got face tats. Like, you know what? It's how people are gonna look at you initially, because everybody likes to judge a book by its cover for some reason. I just don't understand that. But it's just like, now we black, we got face tattoos. People gonna look at us differently.
And that's cool, bro. Because the thing with me is like, if you're gonna judge me because of my face tat, I don't want to be cool with you in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I can't get this job because of a face tat, I don't want this fucking job because I can't be myself.
Right.
Or if I can't be myself, I'm not gonna like this shit.
That's what I be telling my mother. Like when I first got my face tattoo, she was like, "Well, I mean, you could cover it up to get that certain job." I'm like, if I got to cover my tattoo for a job, I'm not about to fucking. I didn't get this tattoo to cover it up. Now
I got it because
now if I. You know what I'm saying, get an opportunity to be in like a movie or a TV show or some shit like that. I'm covering this shit up. Like,
because that's something totally
that would
different.
be hard. Like, I would love to be in like a fucking
I'm not
show
covering up
shit.
my fucking face tat for a Target job.
Yeah, nah.
I'm not doing
Slap the shit out of myself.
You know,
like,
the fuck out of here, bro.
Gratefully, I never had to cover up my tattoos for like retail jobs and shit like that. Like, I worked at Journeys, Lids, and all that shit, and I never had to cover up my shit. But I think it's because personality. I'm a cool person. So like I'm able to make up for my personality, so people fuck with me personally.
Man, like I said, because I did a video on my face tat on my channel. I was like, while I was getting this tat, I got a meeting to book the tattoo artist as a client.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like nobody can tell you that because you have something or because you did something or whatever that's not harming anyone, of course. That you won't be able to achieve your goals, your aspirations, or whatever, because you're the only person that can dictate what you do, bro. Mm-hmm. It's just you.
You can get a bunch of no's, but just keep figuring that shit out.
Keep
pushing, somebody gonna say yes.
Right, the right person. You feel me? You know, because like while we were there, he was doing his tattoo, and the dude was like, "Oh yeah, I need this. I need a PR person." I was like, "What you need, bro?" Mm-hmm. And then we just started talking, and then we realized how cool of a person this was. And then it's like now, because with me, I can't work with someone that I don't fuck with. I don't believe in, because I can't put my all into you, you know? Mm-hmm. So whenever you wanna book me and like hire me or whatever, it's like we're interviewing each other. You know, because if I feel like your product, or not, no matter of fact, not even your product, because I can work with anything. You as a person, if I feel like you don't have the same level of drive, aspiration, if you don't have the same love for your business as you asked me to have for your business, I don't want to work with you. Mm-hmm. You know, because it's like I don't want to babysit somebody. I don't want to be like, okay, come on, bro, do this. Come on, bro. Believe in yourself. I don't got time for that shit, bro.
You've had times where you work with people and you just hated it because you just don't fuck with that person.
Bro,
like, it's just like
that's like a whole nother
thing. It's the hardest thing to do.
Because the moment they text you, you're like, why the fuck are they texting you?
And then you're like mad that you even accepted the opportunity. It's like, bro, why the fuck did I fuck?
Why the fuck I fuck?
Like sometimes we accept jobs and shit like that because of the money.
Yeah,
and it's like I really advise people, no matter how good the money look or how down bad you are, how much you need,
don't accept it,
bro. You're gonna regret it because you're gonna find yourself in it, and you're like, all right, this cool. I'm about to get paid a couple times, and then you're gonna be like, bro, this
and then
shit.
What else?
It's like, bro, like what the fuck? I hate this nigga attitude, or I hate how this person handles business. Like I hate everything about it. And now I'm just mad I'm in this position. And then now it's like, once you be like, look, I don't want to do this no more. It's just like, damn, like why'd you even? They're gonna be like, why'd you even sign up for this in the first place? Like this shit. So
facts.
It's just like, don't let money be the reason why you're doing shit. Like honestly, like I know y'all hear that shit a lot. Shit sounds so cliche,
but it's really
it's
real,
like really
bro.
real. Like just do shit you love to do, and don't think about is this gonna get this many likes on my page, or I'm gonna get this many comments? Am I gonna get money from this? It's like, bro, like just do shit that interests you. Like don't worry about is this girl gonna like it? Is my mom gonna approve of this? Is my friends gonna fuck with this? Like, bro, just do this shit. Music, niggas out here put music. I was like, bro, is people gonna fuck with it? Nigga, do you fuck with it? Like, what the fuck?
Nah, facts.
Like, that's why I say I do this YouTube shit so I can look back at it low key like a fucking like history,
documentary or
like,
something.
I could look back and show my kids this shit. I could just look back and be like, damn, like this where I was, and then this where I'm at. Cause I can go on my YouTube right now and like, my bad. I could go to my YouTube right now and go look at videos that I made fucking when we was in New York, like, and be like, damn, bro, like. I was fucking stressing. Like, it was just like all types of shit.
And
then,
that's
like,
exactly
damn,
how my
look where we at
podcast
right now. Yeah, so it's just like, what the fuck, son? Like, just do whatever you want to do. I do advise a lot of people to fucking get I just advise people to get YouTubes and just document a bunch of shit or just get on
100%.
here and talk. Like, because it's low-key just therapy, low-key. You just get on this bitch and just talk about shit, do different things, and don't give a fuck if you're going to get subscribers. Like, it's going to like, the right people going to gravitate towards your
Hey,
shit,
nigga,
bro.
I'm 54 subscribers
Yeah,
strong.
like,
Hey,
what the
bro.
fuck? But you enjoy doing it.
And it's
like
as
fuck it.
you watch my videos from like the first one to the one I'm doing, I seem a lot more comfortable.
Right.
You know,
You just gotta
you
take
just
that
gotta
leap.
keep going, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
You're not
I
gonna
was
be good at something the first time you try or the third time.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
right. You know, just keep on pushing. And then it's like I have people DM me, telling me from like after they listen to my podcast or watch a video, they be like, "Yeah, bro, I really needed that," and I'm like, "Damn." I got 54 subscribers,
Right.
but it's like having that one person be
Just
like,
one person. You
one
changing
person.
somebody, one person's
Yeah,
life.
bro.
Like, what the fuck? Helping one person out is, if you can help one person out with the shit you doing, that's the greatest
and
thing
you,
ever.
you know what's crazy? Because I was thinking about this like yesterday. I was like, I can't wait to get like a lot of subscribers. Not because I want to get monetized with the money, but it's like I have more people that I can like help and
their
talk
life.
to, and like because again, I want to be one of those like YouTubers or whomever who is like I'm gonna make like a separate Instagram. And I'm like, those DMs are always open, and I'm like on my spare time, I'm gonna go through and just respond to as many people as I can all the time. Or I'm like, if I really like fuck with you or whatever, I'll even give niggas my number. I've done it before.
Just later on, get a whole nother phone and just
and
get
just
that
like-
number out and just talk to people.
Right,
have
just
FaceTime
talk to people.
calls and all types
Yeah,
of
like
shit.
and like I'm not gonna charge people for shit. Like, 'cause that's weird as fuck. First of all, when people charge people for FaceTime calls, no, bro. You know, and I'm not gonna start a Patreon and be like, if you get on my Patreon, you can FaceTime me or whatever. When it's with me, I mean, period. You can call me, and I'm like, if I can't answer, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a time we can talk and communicate all that shit, and then just like, you know, chill. And if you in LA, we can possibly hang out, whatever, you know?
Yeah, as long as you don't got COVID.
As long as you don't got that ooze, we cool, you know?
Niggas ain't trying to get COVID.
I'm not trying to die today.
Yeah, but
I just got to face that, so.
yeah, he really did just get a fucking face hat.
My mom, I don't know.
Yeah, if your mom is watching this,
My
what would you say to your
does not
mom right
know.
now?
Ma,
Show her that.
I got your name first, just so you know. I love you, and you know that I will always do anything I possibly can for you. But I really wanted this FaceTime, and I hope you still view me as your son. I know you do. I'm just messing with you. I hope you're doing real good right now. I saw your text about the Fire Stick. I'm gonna send you the password. I've been doing things all day. Also, I really miss your cooking.
I do miss my mother food.
I haven't
bro.
cooked for
my
myself
God.
in a long
Bro,
time.
I made some fucking barbecue chicken with some string beans the other day, bro. That fucking
couldn't
the
boil
barbecue
the
chicken
water.
was cool. I ain't gonna hold you. Barbecue chicken was good, but I wanted rice. And I cooked, like, the water wasn't boiling, bro.
Couldn't boil your
and I'm
water.
just like, bro, I want rice, chicken, and string beans. So I did have the rice. Then I cooked the string beans, and they was just terrible, bro. Like, I just ate them. Like, y'all should have seen my face. I was just eating that shit like, this shit suck. I was eating it out the pot. Like, holding the fucking pot, eating that shit,
Struggle
bro.
nigga
Like,
shit.
Shit was blowing the shit out
I
of
make
me.
some mean ass pasta though, you know.
I ain't seen it.
That's my favorite shit.
I ain't seen it.
Pasta.
I mean, I did see this nigga cook. The only time I've ever seen this nigga cook was when we was in Queens, when we was living in Queens, and you
I
made
made some
fucking
chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, that's the
That
only time I
shit-
seen this nigga cook in my whole entire life, knowing this man. Like,
That
what
shit
the
was
fuck?
scrumptious.
This nigga always talking about fucking pasta, but eat fucking Popeye's chicken sandwiches all fucking day long, all day long.
Popeye's chicken sandwiches just like smack on my mother. That shit
Nah, them
good.
shit do be good. They
That
are.
shit good as a motherfucker.
I do feel like Chick-fil-A sandwiches are better than.
I can't eat those because you
Because
know
Jess,
Jessica, you know, pina colada.
But you
pina
can
shit.
just, you know what I'm saying, go eat that shit. and just stay away from her for a while.
No, it's just like I
Or
don't
take a
like.
shower.
But it's peanuts. It's not like sesame seeds. Like peanut
Mhm.
shit. If she smell that shit or whatever, she touch it. She start tweaking and
Nah,
shit.
that shit good. I remember I had they fucking chicken minis the other day for breakfast. Oh my god.
That nigga Jay gave me 30 chicken nuggets he bought
Them
like,
shit's
for some
good as
girl a long
shit,
time ago.
bruh.
That shit was
Them
like
shit is good. I remember I worked at Towson, the Journeys in Towson. I go get that shit all the time. That shit be so fucking good. We in the hour and 14 minutes. I'm trying to
That's
figure
a
out is there
long
anything else I want to talk about. We ain't really talk about like New York. Like what the fuck was niggas doing in New York? How did we even end up in New York? I wish we was doing shit like this in New York. Like we was having a fucking podcast.
see but the crazy shit about New York is that like we could have done a lot of shit, but the issue was we were moving separately,
Mm-hmm.
and when we were moving separately,
Mm-hmm.
and then Anya and Ali were like, because Anya came and Anya had so like a lot of worries when it came to other shit.
Mm-hmm.
That he wasn't really focused. That was his issue. He wasn't focused.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ali wasn't focused for the get go. He came late. He wasn't focused, even though he was like, bro, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Because the issue with all of that is like, if one person fucks up, we all
we all
can't
just
make
gonna-
it because we all splitting the rent.
We just wasn't ready for that move, low key.
We wasn't ready at all.
Like it just wasn't. But it helped us all. Like at the end of the day,
It helped
like,
a lot.
because it's like it showed us what we needed to do, what we shouldn't do. It gave us the opportunity to like, all right, me and him came home, and then they stayed, and they was able to see like how it felt, like how we was feeling.
Yeah.
And then we went home and tried to figure it out. Then everybody went home, and we was able to try to like just be in our own worlds and try to figure this shit out. Then this nigga moved to LA. How long you been in LA? Cause I just got here.
It's about a year and 2 months now. A year and 2 months.
And you came out here like just like what made like I forgot what made you come out here.
So when I went back, when I came back from New York, I went to Baltimore. I was staying with my then girlfriend, and then we broke up, and then I moved back to DC. And I was staying with my mother. It's the last thing I wanted to do because my mom was like, get a 9 to 5, get a job.
Man,
all
that living
stuff.
with your parents shit, bro. That shit is a toll on the
To-
fucking brain.
if you really want to know how I felt, I have a podcast. I have a podcast episode called "I Thought About Killing Myself" at 5:25 a.m. And because my mother gets very excited sometimes, right? And it really took a toll on me. And it was one night she was on my ass at like 2 a.m. in the morning. And I had an anxiety attack, all that shit. I just got up and I just started walking. I was walking, whatever. It was a lot, a lot of toxicity. When me and my mom are away from each other, we're way better than what we are when we're around each other a little bit too long, because then she started thinking of me as an adult, and then
I
cause
feel
I'm not
like,
and
then she'd be in the house and she just see you in the house like
just
this
see you. She
grown
was like,
ass man. I
here,
forgot
bro.
what it was. I was talking to my man about something, and it's like your parents start to look at you and be like, it's this grown ass. Like you go
man.
from being my baby to this fucking grown ass man in my house. Like
Right,
nigga,
even though
forget I'm
your
your
mom-
son for a quick second.
Even
like,
though your mom always like, you can always stay
it's
here.
like, but
you
you
can come
still a
back.
grown ass man sitting in my fucking house. So, it's just
and
like,
also me being me, I don't want to mooch off my mother. You
Right.
feel me?
That shit
So
sucks.
I remember
Wanna feel independent.
I remember that day exactly. I was talking to Jess, and either me or Jess came up with this idea. Oh, I think it was me, and then she kind of like pushed it to DM like 100 like people
just
with
before
blue
you
checks.
got to LA.
Yeah, wait, like 2 months before I got to LA. Like a month and a half before I got to LA. And I just started DMing like a bunch of people with blue checks. Just being like, I can be your personal assistant because I know all of this shit, right? I know all of this stuff. Like I can give this to you because I just needed a change of scenery. I needed to get the fuck, right? And I had several people hit me up being like, oh yeah, that's what I need. I need this, blah, 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 all that stuff. I had who'd I have? I had like Alton Mason. He's a model or whatever. He was in Paris at the time, so he was like, wait till I get to LA. I had Trinidad James. I had a bunch of other like, I had a bunch of celebrities, but they were like background, very important people. For example, I had I don't think I ever told you I had fucking damn it, what's his name? Dave Myers. Dave Myers like responded to me. You know what that is? Dave Myers directed Sicko Mode. The music video. He directed Kendrick Lamar's Loyalty video. He's a big ass director. But not a lot of people know about him, which is crazy to me. But it is what it is. Look him up, please. But I had a bunch of people respond to me, but the one person who really stuck was Duckworth, right? He is a dope rapper, dope artist, dope indie rapper. All
I
that
never
shit.
knew anything about him until he said something.
A lot of niggas know his music, and a lot of people don't. But he's blowing up.
He's like
he's
a if
doing
you
big
know,
shit.
you know, right now.
Type of nigga, right? And he was like, "Yeah, I really need this. I'm about to drop my album. Cool." That same day, after he confirmed, after he confirmed that he wanted to hire me, we had a FaceTime call. All that I was
This
like,
was pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, right? Pre-COVID. I was like, okay, cool. All I need is a place to stay. Then boom, right after that, another person hit me up. Her name is Grace. She's a stylist, all that shit. She does a bunch of stuff in LA. She was like, yes, I would love to work with you, and I'll trade off with service for service. So I will live in her house for free, and then I would do shit for her.
He was in that joint painting her house. And all
I was
types of
painting
shit.
her house. I was going to photo shoots with her, for her, all that stuff like that, right? And that same day, I bought a ticket. I told my mom. She was going through it. She was surprised, saying what was going on. I quit. I didn't even mention that. I had got a job a week before that at Regal at Chinatown.
Movie place.
And then the day before I bought my ticket, I had my first day. It was training.
Oh, you quit on the first day?
I quit on the first day. I quit on the
first day at a job.
So the crazy thing about that is all this happened in the same day, right? When I had my first day, they was like, okay, when you come back, because you're going to get your first paycheck tomorrow, like $50. Use that $50 to get like some black shoes.
Nigga use that shit towards his fucking other shit.
Like to my ticket, right? But that day, I got up to go to work. I got dressed, and I got up super early so I can buy the shoes before work. And I went down gallery. I was walking around. I walked around the expensive district with Gucci and all that shit. And I was just sitting there, and I was talking to Jess, and I was like, bro, why do I feel so sick to my stomach right now? I felt like shit. I never felt that bad in my life, and it's because I felt like I was giving up on some shit. Just like going to this dumbass job, which was super easy. They wasn't actually do anything, so I wasn't saying it was a lot of work. I just didn't want to do that shit.
Right.
And I ain't never go back. I got my ticket the same day.
Got the fuck out of there.
And got the fuck out of there. January 5th. All that happened to nigga. All that shit happened on December 1st or something when I quit and all that and got my ticket. And then I went to LA January 5th. I didn't prepare anything. I had $152 in my pocket when I was on that plane.
Nigga said, fuck it, man.
And I ain't had nowhere to stay because that lady was still in South Africa. Because I came 2 days early than what I was supposed to. So I was homeless for like 2 days. And then she was like,
been homeless in New York.
oh yeah, when
when
y'all niggas stayed in the fucking thing, because I wasn't there.
Yeah, bro.
I was I visited my mom.
And I remember I was homeless when I went out there for the Pierre Moss photo what's her name, and I had to stay there, and I couldn't book Airbnb, so I literally was walking around all fucking night. Yep. And I sat outside and waited till Starbucks opened at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
And that's what I did here.
And laid my head down and went to sleep, and then went to the fucking call, the model call at like 10 o'clock or some shit like that.
If I'm ever doing a documentary, I know exactly where, because I had got off at LAX. It was like 10, it was 11:59 when I got off. It was fucking midnight, right? And I walked all the way up the street by that IHOP that's all the way up there, past In and Out, and I sat on that bench for a minute, and then I was like, fuck, my phone about to die. I'm hungry. I got a little bit of money on me. I went to IHOP across the street. I sat there, charged my phone, got a nasty ass burger. I stayed there for 2 hours. Then I started walking back and forth, looking for someone to charge my phone again. And I waited for the fucking Starbucks to open up. And I did all of that because the next day I had an interview with this dude named A-Side. He's like really cool with like Virgil Abloh and all that other stuff in Beverly Hills. So I was like, shit, I got opportunity. So I'm going to stick this shit out. You know, and dude, I mean, I'm still here.
Yeah, niggas still going, man.
Yes, sir.
Niggas is still going. We done been through some shit, bro. Like, and we still go. Like, it's still shit. Like, we trying to figure out and shit like that. It just shows you, like, once you if you believe it, like in the shit that you want to do, bro, like you're not even gonna give a fuck. It's a lot of people who are scared to take these risks and shit like that. But it's like the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
Yes,
to be
sir.
honest. Like it's niggas like that's just like, nah, I'm not doing that move because I don't want to have to figure out where the fuck I'm about to sleep at.
Right.
I don't want to be homeless and shit. Like I ain't gonna hold you. It's like times I was like, bro, I don't want to have to sleep in my car, bro. Like it's just like shit like that'll hold you back. But it was just like. That's how this nigga got me out here. He was like, bro, just come out here. Like
I gave him a whole bunch of options. I was like, bro, you can sleep in your car. You can sleep upstairs with Jess on the floor or something. Because it's like this opportunity. And then when he came out here, it was like a month or some shit. Jess found a way to get him like this room down here.
all in the midst of my car had crashed. All that shit. I told y'all all about that shit. Like,
right. So it's like it's crazy how bad shit can be happening at the same time.
But on the other side of that
good
bad shit, good shit is
right.
Gonna happen.
He got his first
gotta
crib.
Believe, man.
You know, so it's like when bad shit happen, do not let that fuck you over and make you stop. Because it's crazy how we pay more attention to the negative things and make that thing feel like it's bigger than the positive things. It's easier to
focus on the bad shit because it's like
because those are more believable than like positive.
You believe in
shit,
the bad
you
shit
know?
more because you don't want to believe like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, because shit be seeming too good to be true or shit like that. But it's like, bro, you could do this shit, bro. Like that cliche saying, you can do whatever you want to do, bro.
Do whatever you want to do, bro.
I don't want to sound like that nigga, but it's like you really can do whatever you want, bro. You
and
just
the
gotta
only person that is stopping you from being you, my nigga, and niggas is you. And that's some of us.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to just end the.
That's some of us.
Yeah, that we I win 25.
I win 25. If you stayed this long,
I fuck with you.
You that nigga, man.
I fuck with you.
You that nigga.
I fuck with you. So yeah,
yes,
I'm definitely going to put this on the streaming platforms as well too. So if y'all don't like watching the videos like that, well, if y'all made it this far, y'all probably don't care to.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
But y'all might want to listen to it later or something like that. But yeah, I just felt like that was a great way to end it. Do whatever you want to do. Be who you want to be.
Be who you want to be.
And yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Also, last plug-in, if you need a PR person, if you need a creative director, if you need all that shit, my guy.
Or you know somebody who needs it.
If you know anybody, trust me, slide in my DM.
If you in LA and you trying to link to do some
if you
creative
link
business shit, anything,
creative,
just cool shit.
Because the crazy shit is, bro, if we cool and we friends, I won't even charge you. I'll be giving you gems for free because I like to see niggas shine and grow.
Right.
But, you know, niggas got to eat too.
But
so
if
either way, bro. Either way,
we can all help each other out, man.
All help each other, and I work with everybody's budget, you
right?
know? So cool beans.
Yeah, thanks for coming on to the podcast, my good mans. Thank y'all for watching. This is the Forrest Ripperton podcast, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
All I want for my birthday is big booty hoes.
Get it.